afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the entire staff of Beech Motor Speedway and the Cusack family, it's my pleasure to welcome you to Maine's oldest continually operating family-owned speedway. My name is Bruce Elder, your race commentator, and today Beech Motor Speedway is host to the American-Canadian Tour for the running of the Forest City Chevrolet 100. We will be opening with time trials in qualifying heats.
This is the Mobile One Chevrolet Lumina from Buffalo, New York. Car number 6 and Danny Knoll Jr. Knoll, currently the number 2 rookie on the American-Canadian Tour, has had some fine runs in the last 30 days. Danny Knoll Jr. from Buffalo, New York. Out of turn number 4 will take the white flag. .694, 15.694, lap number 1 for Danny Knoll Jr. of Buffalo, New York. Knoll a little bit sideways out of 4. And that bobble in turn 4 will cost him some time. Second lap, 15.710. 15.710 for Danny Knoll Jr. While we talked about the number 2 rookie on the American-Canadian Tour, here comes number 1. Looking to wrap up the 1991 Rookie of the Year title very shortly, if not here this afternoon. The Plum Potter Automotive High Torque Racing Engines Buick from Center Harbor, New Hampshire. Beech Ridge Motor Speedway's own Brad Layton in car number 1X. First lap for Brad Layton, 15.698, 15.698. Just 4/1000ths off the fast time, held by Danny Knoll. Second lap for Brad Layton, in at a 15.544, 15.544. And Brad Layton, in the Gardner-Levitt car, now holds the fast time so far in the time trials. Now coming onto the Speedway, the 1991 Beech Ridge Motor Speedway late model Sportsman champion. In the Rowley Agency, car number 13, here's Mike Mayetta. Mayetta, who's ready to go in the American-Canadian Tour Showdown later on this afternoon. First lap for Mike Mayetta, 15.469, 15.469. Easily the fast lap of the day so far. Mayetta out of turn 4 now. Ladies and gentlemen, second lap for Mayetta, 15.226. 15.226 for Mike Mayetta in car number 13, and that is going to be a tough mark to beat here this afternoon. The Beech Ridge champion sets a very fast time on his second lap. Now on the Speedway, car number 00. One of the longtime veterans of the American-Canadian Tour from St. Denis, Quebec. The St. Pierre Auction Chevrolet Roger LaPerle in the 00. 15.761, lap number 1 for Roger LaPerle, 15.761. More than a half second off Mike Mayetta's pace. LaPerle out of turn 4 now. Second lap is better, but not good enough at 15.678. 15.678, lap number 2 for Roger LaPerle. Well, here's one of the all-time greats on the American-Canadian Tour, the 2-time ACT National Champion. Driving the Mackenzie Meets Harrison Ready Mix Pontiac Grand Prix from Milton, Vermont. Dragon in car number 75. Dragon looking for his first victory of the 1991 season and looking to earn the final berth in the Showdown this afternoon. Dragon in the 75 was among the fast cars in practice earlier on today. First lap for Beaver Dragon, 15.659, 15.659. Dragon in the 75 is going to have to pick it up in lap number 2. Second lap for the Beaver, 15.510, 15.510. Not fast enough for Harmon Beaver Dragon in the 75 machine. Here's one of the great veterans from the province of Ontario. The all-on crane service Chevrolet Lumina. Car number 46 from Brampton, Ontario is Bill Zardo Sr. The Z-Man, Bill Zardo, under power. In car number 46 will take a run. The fast time held so far by Mike Mietta, 15.226 seconds. 15.226, the time to beat for Bill Zardo. First lap for the Z-Man, 15.278. 15.278. Zardo just a heartbeat off the fast time of the day. We have correction on lap number 1 with 16.278, and the second lap, 15.922. So Zardo not approaching the pace. Bit of a miscommunication between the racetrack and here in the tower. 16.278 the first time for Zardo. All right, hold on to your hats. Here comes the gentleman that set this place afire last time out for the American Canadian Tour, picking up the main event victory, his first ever on the ACT. Car number 91 from Sanford, Maine, Bobby Randall in the first lap for Randall, 15.419. 15.419 for Bobby Randall in the car connection Buick. Second lap for Bobby Randall, 15.541. Slower on lap number 2 for Randall. And Mike Mietta remains the man on the point. Now coming onto the Speedway, final time trial competitor and the all-time successful time trialer on the American Canadian Tour. Driving the signs by Warren, Rent-A-Wreck Buick. From Tampa, Florida, car number 48 and Robbie Crouch. Crouch in the 48 machine under the clock. 15.226 is the time to beat for Mike Mietta. Robbie Crouch in the signs by Warren machine under the clock. 15.761, well off the pace for Robbie Crouch. The Tampa Tornado is going to have to find a half a second in lap number 2. Here's Crouch out of pole to take the checkers. Second lap for Robbie Crouch is Hepner at 15.477, not fast enough, and Mike Mietta is your time trial champion this afternoon. Zanson and Steve Knowlton, the two former Rookies of the Year on row number 1. And Bobby Harrison and Phil Pinkham in row number 2. Wes Haig and Derek Lynch in 3. Lights go down on the Chevy Lumina pace car, and Chief Starter Mike Wilder with the clinch green flag in hand, and next time we go racing. Pace car pulling away on the back stretch, and we are set for action. The 66, Buzzy Bezanson, 24, Steve Knowlton, side by side at the front of the pack as we get set for the green. Bezanson and Knowlton down to the line. Green flag is out and we're underway. Immediately trouble on the front straightaway. Don Biederman getting into it. Biederman in the 43 machine, sitting backwards just past the start-finish line. The yellow flag is out. Crossing over to the columns of 2 next time around, we'll go racing. No laps complete here in heat number 1. Bobby Harrison and Phil Pinkham, Wes Haig and Derek Lynch. Pace car is in. Here they come out of turn 4. Down to the line. Green is out and we're racing. Look out, they tangle again. Dion sliding into the side of Derek Lynch. Glenn Cusack, Wes Haig, Don Biederman all involved in it. Yellow flag back out again. Derek Lynch pulling away. Glenn Cusack heading right down pit road. At 29, refires, and he is back underway. They come out of 4. They'll try it again, and number 1, the green is out of the racing. Buzzy Bezanson, inside line in the 66 is your leader. Side by side, battle for second, the 37. Bobby Harrison, 24, Steve Knowlton. Harrison on the inside has the runner-up spot now. Knowlton gets it back in line. In third, fourth, the 00, Roger LaPerle. In fifth, Ralph Nason in the 10. Nason, the man on the hot seat now. Only 5 will qualify, and here's Phil Pink on the outside. Don Forte looping the number 42 machine. He'll attempt to refire. He's got it underway, and we stay green. Bezanson, Harrison, and Knowlton, the top 3. Then LaPerle and Nason, and out of the back here comes Dion. Dave Dion on the move in the 29 machine. He is up to the number 7 spot now. On the back chute, he goes high on the Phil Pinkham automobile. Pinkham in the 07, 29, Dion, the battle for the number 6 spot. Dave Dion on the outside of Phil Pinkham. The challenge for the number 6 position, but only 5 will qualify. Dion is going to have to hustle the high lane now. Buzzy Bezanson and Bobby Harrison, round 1 and 2 on the back chute. Steve Knowlton in third, the final semi-feature car right now. In fourth, 00, Roger LaPerle. Nason is in the 5th and final spot. Dave Dion has got his hands full on the outside line as Phil Pinkham, running strong down low, holds him off. Pinkham in the 07, the 29 of Dion. Great racing for the number 6 spot. The Berlin City Ford beginning to climb up on the outside. Dion with an in front for 6th. He'll take a look now at Ralph Nason. Into turn number 3, Nason goes high around the left corner. Dion forced to back out of it. Top 5 cars qualify for the main event. Dion needs 1 spot. 5 to qualify. Dion is 6th as they work turn 3 and 4. 2-car break at the front of the field. The 66, Buzzy Bezanson. Bobby Harrison in the 37. Then Knowlton and LaPerle, Nason, and Dion on the outside. Here comes Dion looking for the final transfer to the main event. 5 laps to go. That time by, and Dave Dion now is on the move. Nason and Dion, the 2 veterans, going at it for the final spot. Ralph Nason in the Mopar. Dion in the Ford Thunderbird. It's Nason at the line by a car length. Dynamite Dave Dion still running the outside lane, trying to find a way past Nason. Laps winding down. Bezanson and Harrison, 1-2 into the first turn. Steve Knowlton third, fourth is LaPerle, fifth is Nason, and Dion quickly again on the outside. 2 laps to go, and the man on the move is Dion. The Berlin City Ford hanging on to the outside lane. Nason trying to hold him off on the back chute. Nason pulls away with it. White flag coming out. Bezanson and Harrison, first and second. The battle is for 5th place. Phil Pinkham in the 07 on the number of Nason, looking for room on the inside. Final time down the back chute. Bobby Harrison looking high, can't find the room. Heat 1 to Bezanson. Harrison second. Knowlton, LaPerle, and Ralph Nason, the 5 qualifiers. Bezanson wins it. Harrison and Knowlton second and third. And Rosie LaPerle and Ralph Nason in a strong first qualifier for the ACT. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, if you want, returning the card for a round in heat number 1, Buzzy Bezanson, the Lambert Roofing, Pontiac car number 66. Feature winner in 1991 on the American At least 6 quality drivers who should automatically be in this race. Only 5 at a maximum will make it. Here they come out of 4. The green is out. Kevin LePage on the inside. into Ford Thunderbird has it. Beaver Dragon to second, right behind Bobby Randall. The 23 of Dale Shaw hung out to dry in the high groove, goes all the way back to fourth place. Shaw on the outside, gets it back in line in the number 4 position. Then the 35 of Dick Belisle and Junior Hanley. Hanley, the 72, trying to take the final spot. Belisle on the inside of Shaw for the number 4 spot. Down the back straightaway, challenging for the second spot, Bobby Randall in the 91. Randall to the high side of Beaver Dragon. They are side by side out of 4. Randall on the high groove, blows past Dragon and takes over second place now. Randall in the 91 now, moving in on Kevin LaPage. Fourth spot still belongs to Dale Shaw. Junior Hanley now has moved up to the 5th position. Hanley, the final qualifier in car number 72 as Randall moves in for the lead in turn 3. LaPage in the Ford, Randall in a Buick. Beaver Dragon in the Pontiac. Randall going high at a 2, takes a look now at LaPage on the back straightaway. LaPage drives away from him in 3. Bobby Randall in the 91, coming from deep in the field to challenge. 3-car breakaway. LaPage, Randall, and Dragon. Dale Shaw, 4th. Junior Hanley, 5th. Mike Mieta, 1 spot out of the running in the 13 machine. Great driving as LaPage holds on, but Randall gets underneath him. Bobby Randall pulls the bump and run in turn number 2 and comes away with the lead in the 91. LaPage now back to second, Dragon 3rd, and here comes Junior Hanley. Keep an eye on the 72, the ACT point leader. Hanley now to 4th. Puts a wheel up on Beaver Dragon for the 5th position. Mike Mieta going high on Dale Shaw. The battle for 5th place now. Only 5 will qualify, and we've got battles all over the racetrack. 5 laps to go for Bobby Randall in the 91. LaPage is second, Hanley on the outside is 3rd. The 2 veterans, Hanley and Dragon, go to war, and Hanley has it on the back chute. 75, Dragon is 4th. Then the battle for 5th. Shaw on the inside, Mieta on the outside. Mike Mieta trying to take the final qualifying position. Down the back chute, Mieta with a nose out in front now. Mike Mieta drop kicks Dale Shaw out of the qualifying spot as Hanley now goes to work on Kevin LaPage for second place. Bobby Randall long gone at the front of the pack as the battle shapes up for the runner-up spot. LaPage in the 21.72, Hanley with 2 laps remaining now. 2 laps to go for LaPage and Hanley as they fight for the number 2 position. White flag coming out on the front straightaway. Bobby Randall all by himself at the front. LaPage and Hanley second and third. Hanley to the inside, can't find room to work. 4th spot to Beaver Dragon. Mike Mieta, the 13 is 5th. Final time in 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. It's Bobby Randall, your Heat 2 winner. Second goes to Page. Junior Hanley 3rd. Beaver Dragon and Mike Mieta. And ladies and gentlemen, he continues on the hot streak. The Car Connection Buick, Bobby Randall, the 91, your winner. Finishing 5th and advancing on to the main event this afternoon, the 13 of Mike Mieta. In the 4th spot, car number 75 from Milton, Vermont, Harmon, Beaver Dragon. In 3rd and moving on into the semi-feature this afternoon, Junior Hanley in car number 72. Second place, the Turbo Blue, car number 21 for Kevin LaPage. And ladies and gentlemen, one more time if you would, car number 91, Bobby Randall, your Heat 2 winner. And a number of drivers still looking to get themselves into it. Drivers like Beaver Dragon, Jean-Paul Cabana, Claude Leclerc, and many others who have failed to visit Victory Lane so far in 1991. is set. On the back straightaway, pace car coming in. Heat number 3 ready to roll. The number 12, Kenny Wright from Woolwich, Maine, in the Coastal Auto Parts Buick. Outside the 54, Bobby Coburn, set to go. Wright sets the slow pace out of 4. Here they come now. The green is out. On the outside, 54, Bob Coburn away with it on the back straightaway. 3 wide on the back chute as Joe Bessie goes low in the 9. Trapped up high to 65, Blair Bassett. Robbie Crouch fights his way through in the 48. Down the back straightaway, Joe Bessie goes to second in the number 9 machine. The 75 of Gary Smith, 77 Andre Beaudoin, and Robbie Crouch moving up. Crouch in the 48, now the number 5 qualifier, works his way under Andre Beaudoin for the 4th spot. Robbie Crouch needs 1 more for the semi-feature to keep pace with Junior Handling. 2-car breakaway at the front of the field. 54, Bobby Coburn, Joe Bessie in the 9, and on the outside, here comes Crouch for 3rd place. 75, Gary Smith trying to hold him off. The 48, Crouch to the outside, right behind Andre Beaudoin, and here comes Cabana. John Paul Cabana, the 5A, looking for the final transfer now. As Andre Beaudoin in the 77 is the man on the hot seat. Beaudoin trying to hold the final spot as Cabana moves in turn 1. Bobby Coburn out in front. 5 car lengths in hand over Joe Bessie. Crouch on the outside now has 3rd at the line. Gary Smith sideways in the 75. Cabana threads the needle and moves up. Joe Bessie takes the number 9 off the racetrack. The 2nd place automobile pulls it to the garage area. And that moves Robbie Crouch to the number 2 position. The 5A Cabana now 3rd. Andre Beaudoin 4th. Gary Smith and Dan Beatty. Beatty all the way from the back of the pack in the 53, looking to break into the qualifying spot. Halfway down in heat number 3. And the man on the move is the 53, Danny Beatty. The Barry, Vermont driver to the outside of Gary Smith for the 5th and final transfer spot to the main event. Smith down low in the Chevrolet. Beatty up high in the Buick. The 53 has it by inches at the line. Smith again is sideways and Beatty moves around for 5th place. 5 laps remaining in heat number 3. 5 to go for Bobby Coburn in the 54 machine. Crouch is 2nd. The 5A, Cabana 3rd. Then Andre Beaudoin and Dan Beatty, the qualifiers. The 88 machine spinning to a stop at the top of turn 2, refires and will continue on his way without a yellow. And the laps continue to wind down. Bob Coburn all alone at the front. Cabana takes the peek to the inside of Robbie Crouch for 2nd. Can't find the room on the back chute. Dan Beatty looking high on Andre Beaudoin. Beatty trying to pull up for 4th as we've got 2 laps remaining now. 2 laps to go for Bob Coburn in the Pepsi-Cola Chevrolet. Crouch and Cabana run 2nd and 3rd. Then Beaudoin and Dan Beatty. White flag is out. Final time now. Beatty down to the inside of Beaudoin. Dan Beatty from the back of the pack. Now we'll go to a number 4 spot on the back straightaway. Checkered flag coming out, wire to wire in heat number 3. Bobby Coburn, your winner. Crouch is 2nd. Cabana, Beatty, and Beaudoin, the 5 qualifiers. 4th spot from the back of the field, the 53 of Dan Beatty. And in 5th, Andre Beaudoin in car number 77. Ladies and gentlemen, down to the start-finish line to pick up the checkered flag, your winner, car number 54, Bobby Coburn. Lumina returning the checkered flag after a solid run in heat number 3. And he will advance on into the semi this afternoon in search of the pole position. Dave Gabery and Steve Channing side by side in row 1, the part-time competitors on the ACT. Then Mike Mayetta Jr. and the veteran Claude Leclerc in car number 11. Bobby Gahan and Bob Libby side by side in 3, then Mark Lanphier and Bill Zardo Sr. George Libby in the 18, the 09 of Robbie Thompson, then Jeff Taylor, Andy Lude, Pete Rondo, and Johnson in the 33. Pace car coming in, we're set to go in heat number 4. Top 5 to qualify, top 3 to the semi-final round for the ACT late models. Here they come out of 4. Gabery on the inside, Channing on the outside. Green is out and her away. 92, Gabe Gabery. 27, Steve Channing. Drag race down the back straightaway. Mike Mayetta Jr. and Claude Leclerc right behind, looking for side by side. All the way around they go. Nobody getting the break as they race the back chute. Gabery on the inside, Channing on the outside, Mayetta, Leclerc, Gahan, and Libby. Outside line beginning to move now, Channing with a nose out in front. Steve Channing drifting high out of 2, and Gabery back to the inside. Hang on to your hats, tremendous racing. They are 2 wide all the way back through the top 10. Gabe Gabery in the 92. Steve Channing in the 27, putting on a tremendous show at the front. Neither driver will give an inch. Gabery inside, Channing outside, Mayetta, Leclerc, Gahan, and Libby. Only 5 will qualify, and right now it looks like a photo finish all the way back through the top 10. Gabery and Channing, 5 laps side by side as they exit 4. Nobody getting the break at the front of the field. Channing now with half a car length in hand. Gabery fighting back on the inside as Channing drifts high. Once again, they're nose to nose at the line. Top 10, top 11 automobiles separated by inches as they race turn 3. Gabery on the inside, Channing on the outside. Mike Mayetta gets sideways, gathers it up in the number 3. Steve Channing again with half a car length up. Channing now gets the break. Gabery back to the inside, will not give it up. Tremendous racing out of 4 as we're halfway done. Steve Channing, the 27, trying to take it over on the back chute. Right behind the 11 of Claude Leclerc. Leclerc in the 11 machine, looking for daylight in 4. Channing is your leader this time. Gabe Gabery in the 92, trying to hold off Claude Leclerc. The former Canadian champion, Leclerc in the 11, now has a fender up for second place. Tremendous racing all the way back through this field. Leclerc in the 11 breaks free. He's got the number 2 spot now. Gabe Gabery, the 92, now trying to hold off Bob Libby. Right behind Libby comes Bobby Gahan. Mayetta looking to make it 3 deep on the front chute, can't find room. Libby on the outside, 34, goes to 3rd. Right behind Bobby Gahan. Gabery now all the way back to 5th place. Gabe Gabery now trying to hold on to the final qualifying spot in the 92 machine. Down the back straightaway, Mike Mayetta Jr. finds the hole. He moves through. 3 wide, and Gabery gets nailed. The 92 of Gabery. George Libby in the 18 machine, and Pete Rondo over the top in turn 3. Field coming down, and the yellow flag is out. Caution on the Speedway. Yellow flag. The yellow flag backs them down as Gabe Gabery in the 92, after a tremendous run at the front of the pack, spins over the top in turn number 3. Steve Channing, making only his second start of the year on the ACT and making it a good one so far. Here they come out of 4. Channing takes the green and is away at the front. Mike Johnson in the 33 working underneath Andy Lude on the back straightaway. That's the battle for the number 7 spot. As Johnson has come all the way from the back. The white flag is out and we've got 1 lap remaining. Sideways as Mike Molina Jr. does a great job hanging onto it. Final time on the back chute. Claude Leclerc looking high. The 11 trying to steal it. Channing trying to hold him off at the line. Claude Leclerc by a nose has it. Claude Leclerc in the number 11 by inches at the line, steals it on the final lap. And ladies and gentlemen, how about it? A tremendous drive all the way through the field. But your winner in heat number 4, Claude Leclerc in the Auto Pro Chevrolet. You are just not going to see any better racing than that anywhere in the country. That's all the way through the field. Those drivers went more than half the race side by side before Claude Leclerc pulls the rabbit out of the hat in turn 3 in the final lap. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? A great run in heat number 4, the Auto Pro Chevrolet. Claude Leclerc, your heat 4 winner.
Shows the way into turn 1, spin by Charland in the 18. That collects Joe Green and the 105. At the exit of the infield pit road, sits high and dry, spin on the backstretch. And that will require the caution flag. Cars litter the backstretch, a wheel off from one of the racers. Medical team checking on Andy Cusack, the 115, the car on the backstretch. Give you a report as we have it. The 30 of Joe Green up on the apron there, halfway down the backstretch. He's okay out of the car. While we're waiting for the safety crew and the medical team to work on the back, we'll ask you to take a look at your admission ticket stub. Among our door prizes today, hats from Happy Wheels Skate Centers. So if you're a youngster here today, take a look at your ticket stub. First lucky number 046429. That's 046429. And our second lucky winner is 053377. Scott Lucy and Bob Barash bring him to turn 4, and the green is out. Bob Barash in the 22. Chris Grondin gets it crossed up, and we have a tangle in turn 1. Up into the infield goes the 118, the 58, and the 15. Caution flag right back out before the drivers are able to complete a lap. Happily able to drive away. And it looks like the 58 trying to back away. So all the cars will drive away from that situation, but not before the caution flag flies once again. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the all clear as the drivers glance to the flag stand one more time. Pace car will make its way onto the infield pit road. We look for a start at turn 4 as Flagman Eddie Walsh asks the drivers to hold it even. Wait to turn 4. Green is out. Scott Lucia this time in the number 71 with the advantage on the inside. Once again, the 18 of Charlene gets sideways. Manages to straighten the car out, but he takes it into the infield. Along with the 138 of Paul Ross, they stay underway. We stay green. Scott Lucia shows the way. David Wiles in the 29. Then comes Bob Barrage in the number 22. Kurt Beech in the number 42. And David Raymond in the number 3 are your top 5. Wiles closing in on Lucia, your race leader now. Kurt Beam in the number 42 makes his way up to the 3rd place position. On the move, the number 3 of David Raymond takes a look to the outside of the 22, but he goes wide and opens it up for the 50 of Alan Burraby. 3 wide racing down into turn 1. Back up front, the 71 of Scott Lucia continues to show the way with a lot of pressure now from David Wiles and Kurt Beam. 3 wide racing once again down into turn 1. Cars come together. Alan Burraby way up at the top of the racetrack was the loser on that 3 wide scramble. He brings it right back to try it again in turn 3. Three-way battle at the front as the top 3 have broken away. Continues to be Scott Lucia in the number 71, Kurt Bean in the 42, David Wiles in the 29. Then comes Bob Dilk in the 33, Ed Strong in the 104 now, occupying the 5th place position. Ed Gallant is 6, Phil Fournette to 7. Tangle in turn 1. The 138 of Paul Ross, and we have a bumper sitting up at the top of the turn 2 area. Kurt Beam sideways into turn 1, trying to mount a challenge to the outside of Scott Lucia. Kurt Beam takes it over at turn 3. Up on the high side, Lucia back to battle side by side out of turn 4, but it continues to be Kurt Beam from the outside as he takes over the lead in turn 1. New leader Kurt Beam in the number 42. Alfred Main in his rookie year in the limited sportsman ranks continues to show the way and begins to build a lead over 2nd place competitor Scott Lucia in the 71. David Wiles is 3rd, Ed Strong 4th, Ed Gallant in the number 13, your 5th place competitor. Rob Herrick on the move. Herrick now in the 86, up to challenge the 104 of Ed Strong and the 71 of Lucia. They tangle on the front stretch. Herrick sideways into turn 1. Tangles now again up into turn 2. And 2 cars up against the backstretch wall, and the top of turn 2 will require the caution flag once again. Rookie Kurt Bean in the number 42 and Ed Strong in the 104. All clear from flagman Eddie Welch. Pace car makes its way onto the infield pit road. We look for a start in turn 4. Green is out. Kurt Bean right from the pole position, followed by Ed Strong. Then a three-way battle for the 3rd place position. Alan Burby in the number 50 takes it from the inside. 4th place, David Raymond and Bob Doak go at it side by side, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Rookie Kurt Bean looking to hold off Ed Strong in the number 4. Tangle in turn 2. Car up against the backstretch wall. David Raymond takes the number 3 up into the backstretch wall. We have a check flag and a caution. Kurt Bean takes the limited Sportsman first feature event of the afternoon. Safety crew to the number 3 of David Raymond. We'll give you a report momentarily. Tough break for the young man, running strong in a angle out of turn 2 in the last lap. Takes the number 3 up against the backstretch wall and coasting down into the victory lane area. One of the strong running rookies in the 1991 season, young Kurt Bean in the number 42. Feature event winner for the low point half of the limited Sportsman field. Kurt Bean will collect the hardware from assistant starter Junior Niles and record a feature event for his rookie season. Young man who's been a steadily improving rookie all year long, and definitely a young man we're going to hear a lot from, I believe, in 1992.
LeClaire and Cabana, LePage and Crouch, Hanley and Bezanson. Here they come. Semi-feature to the line for the pole position there under green. Inside line, gets the break. Claude Leclerc down the back straightaway, your leader in the 11th. Challenging down low for second, the 21. Kevin LePage right behind Junior Hanley in the 72. 5A Cabana, Crouch in the 48, trapped on the outside and going backwards on the back chute. LePage underneath the 5A, takes over the number 2 spot. Right behind him, Junior Hanley. As the Ford Thunderbirds now goes second and third. Bobby Randall in the 91, down low has 4th. Then Buzzy Bezanson, and finally Crouch fights his way in line in the 48 machine. Cabana drop kicked all the way back out of the top 5 as Bezanson moves underneath on the front straightaway. Right behind him, the Tampa Tornado. Robbie Crouch down the back chute in the number 6 spot now. Claude Leclerc looking for his first ACT victory of the 1991 season, your leader. The battle is shaping up for second. 21, Kevin LePage. 72, Junior Hanley going at it. Hanley down to the inside. LePage holds him off into turn 3. 4th spot, the 91 of Randall. Then Buzzy Bezanson and Robbie Crouch on the outside. Bob Harrison in the 37 trying to find room under Crouch, can't do it. And Junior Hanley now going high on Kevin LePage. Hanley to the outside and for the battle for second place. the Ford Thunderbirds. Door handle to door handle on the back chute. LePage on the inside. Hanley on the outside. Trying to chase down Claude Leclerc in the Chevrolet. LePage by inches has the number 2 spot. Hanley creeping up on the outside. We are halfway done this time. Halfway down, and the battle is for second. Hanley at the line has it. Kevin LePage in the 21. 72 Junior Hanley on the outside. The ACT point leader. Hanley has the number 2 position. LePage drop kick back in the third. Fourth, the 91 of Bobby Randall, and on the inside, Muzzy Bezanson in fifth. Randall hooking it up to the outside with 5 laps to go. 10 down, 5 remaining for Claude Leclerc at the front of the field. Claude Leclerc has led all the way, but Junior Hanley beginning to close it up now. The 72 is there at the start-finish line. Leclerc in the Chevy. Hanley in the Ford, then LePage, Randall, and Bezanson. Bobby Randall to the outside. The 91 wants the 3rd spot now as the laps wind down. Bob Randall rim riding up high. Hanley down low for the lead as they hit 3. Leclerc trying to shut the door, holds him off as they hit number 4. Keep an eye on the 72. Hanley fights his way through. They bump in turn 2. Hanley on the inside as they drag race the back chute. Leclerc trying to hold him off. Pole position is on the line and the white flag is out. White flag out and Hanley takes it over. Junior Hanley has the lead on the back straightaway. Leclerc back to second, and on the outside it's Bobby Randall now third. Checkered flag coming out. Pole position for the Forest City 100, Junior Hanley. Leclerc is second. Randall, LePage, and Bezanson the top 5 finishers. And ladies and gentlemen, he will start on the pole for the Forest City Chevrolet 100. Car number 72, Junior Hanley, your semi-feature winner. So Hanley, who came in just 47 points ahead of Robbie Crouch in the battle for the 1991 American Canadian Tour Championship, extends the point lead with a strong performance here in the semi-feature. And more important to Hanley right now, he nails down the inside of row 1 for the main event this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes in turn number 4, returning the checkered flag. The Molson Export, Quaker State, number 72, Junior Hanley, your semi-feature winner. Field is set as they bring it down in turn 4. Dion is off the racetrack, and we've got to take one. They'll try it again in turn 4. Pinkham and Shaw, Dion and Belisle as they come to the line. Green flag out, and this time they're away. Bill Pinkham down low. Dale Shaw up high. It's Shaw by half a car length into turn number 3. Pinkham battling back on the inside. Trouble in turn 4. Gary Johnson goes around. Everybody gets by. Whoop, wait a minute. Look out, he's in around Salty, and Salty is hard into the tires. Yellow flag out. Caution flag out as Gary Johnson in trouble in the 53. Johnson spins around in turn 4, then slams into the side of the Ron Salty automobile. The report from trackside, Ron Salty is okay, and they'll get him out of the car very shortly. Tough ride for Ron Salty, the driver from Williamstown, Vermont, of the Country Music Club Buick. As Gary Johnson, with a bit of a wild ride in turn number 4, had trouble getting the car back under control, clipped Salty in the right rear tire and sent him for a hard spin into the tires. How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Ron Salty climbing out of the car in turn 4. He is uninjured, but I believe the car did not fare quite so well. Pace race car coming in on pit road. Bill Pinkham, Dale Shaw, Dave Dion, Dick Belisle, and Derek Lynch down to the line. The green is out and they're racing. And immediately Dave Dion looks to the high side. Dick Belisle fills the hole underneath him. Dion trying to get the jump on the start. It may cost him one as Belisle downstairs in the 35 is moving. Bill Pinkham, your leader. The 23, Dale Shaw, second, and Dick Belisle and Dave Dion drafting it down the back chute. Dion now finds the handle on the outside, looking to the high groove against Dale Shaw. Dale Shaw down low in the Pontiac. Dave Dion in the Ford on the outside, wheel to wheel for the number 2 spot as they hit 4. Dion at the line has it. Shaw drums back to 3rd. 4th is Dick Belisle. Derek Lynch is 5th. Then Bill Zardo Jr., Marty LeBlanc, Glenn Cusack, and Don Biederman. Dion to the high groove now for the lead on the front chute. The Berlin City Ford beginning to hook it up on the high line. Dion puts the nose out on top of the 29. Bill Pinkham trying to hold him off in the Griffin Motorsports machine. Dion at the line is your leader. Dion in the 29 takes over the lead. Puts a lap on the Les Hague machine on the front chute. Bill Pinkham holding on to the runner-up spot now as he is under pressure from Dale Shaw. Shaw in the 23 is 3rd. 4th is Dick Belisle. 5th to Derek Lynch. Dick Belisle down to the inside of Shaw. Belisle in the 35 having a strong run here in Concy round number 1. Belisle down low has 3rd place. Derek Lynch in the 15 will try and follow him through for 4th. Shaw now hung up on the outside, going all the way back to the 5th spot. Tangling with each other. Shaw tries to shut him down. Lynch right back at him, but Shaw holds him up. Lynch has got a right front tire going down. The 15 takes it on pit road. Derek Lynch with the right front gone soft loses the number 5 position. And now the number 5 machine is the 40 of Bill Zardo Jr. Zardo, the youngster from Brampton, Ontario, with a rear view mirror full of Marty LeBlanc, Don Biederman, Dale Quarterly, Tracy Gordon, and Glenn Cusack. Dion all alone at the front. 2 laps remaining for the Berlin City Ford. Bill Pinkham holding 2nd. Belisle is 3rd. Shaw 4th. And the battle for the number 5 position. Bill Zardo Jr. in the 40. Trying to hold off Marty LeBlanc. Here comes Biederman with the white flag out. 1 lap remaining. And the battle will be for the final transfer as Zardo in the 40 tries to hold on. Checkered flag flying out of turn 4. Dave Dion, your Concy round number 1 winner. Bill Pinkham 2nd. Dick Belisle, Dale Shaw, and Bill Zardo Jr. Car number 07, Bill Pinkham, a solid runner-up finish here on his home track. And the winner, the Berlin City Continental Paving, car number 29, Dynamite Dave Dion, advances on into the main event with a win in Concy round number 1. Coming onto the Speedway. Once again, only 5 will make the transfer to the main. Johnson and Thompson in row number 1. Paul Johnson, Robbie Thompson, then Gary Smith, and Mike Johnson is the green fly. And the Johnsons hook it up to the inside. Paul Johnson, 36. Mike Johnson, 33. Then Andy Liu, Robbie Thompson, and Gary Smith in the 75. Side-by-side battle for the number 5 position. Smith in the 75, the 46, Bill Zardo Sr. The Z-Man from Brampton, Ontario, trying to find the bite on the outside of Gary Smith. Can't do it in turn 4. Paul Johnson down the back straightaway, your leader. Right behind the 33 of Mike Johnson. Then Andy Lew, Robbie Thompson, and Gary Smith. Smith, the man on the hot seat, as Bill Zardo keeps the pressure on in car number 46. Four-car freight train out of turn number 4. Johnson, Lude, and Thompson. The 75 of Gary Smith trying to hold on to that precious final spot. Only 5 advanced to the main. And Smith, the Augusta driver of the Papa Gambino Chevrolet, holding on to 5th right now. Paul Johnson out of turn 4 in the NASCO Automotive Buick is your leader. Mike Johnson, despite detonating a motor earlier on today, running solidly in the 2nd spot. Andy Lew 3rd, Robbie Thompson 4th, and here comes the Z-Man. Bill Zardo has found the hole. Zardo in the 46, moving under Gary Smith to take over the final transfer. Halfway done this time. Bill Zardo Sr., the 46, now has got himself a spot in the main event if he can bring it home. 4th is the 09 of Robbie Thompson. Andy Lew, the 56 in 3rd, then Johnson and Johnson. Mike in the 33, Paul in the 36 down the back straightaway. This time around, 10 laps done, 5 remaining in Concy round number 2. Sideways and had to back out. Laps winding down, just 4 remaining. Paul Johnson, Mike Johnson, and Andy Lew the top 3. And Robbie Thompson all by himself in 4th, and Bill Zardo the final car. To go this time out of turn number 4. Paul Johnson, Mike Johnson, and Andy Lew. The Beech Ridge late model Sportsman drivers dominating in Concy number 2. Robbie Thompson a distant 4th. 5th is Bill Zardo. As those 5 drivers look to lock in a spot in the main event, we've got a spin in turn 2 as Jim Brown goes around. And the win goes to Paul Johnson. Johnson in the 36 machine goes wire to wire off the inside pole. Mike Johnson gets 2nd, Andy Lew is 3rd, followed by Robbie Thompson and Bill Zardo Sr. The NASCO Automotive car number 36, Paul Johnson, your Concy round number 2 winner.
High Point Limited Sportsman for their feature event of the afternoon. Reserve. At the point, Steve Reno coming up the inside to challenge for 2nd place. as Scott Chapman hung on the outside. Larry Vos coming to the inside to take over the third place position. Al Burset to fourth. Drops Chapman back to fifth. Chapman gets another bite on the outside. Back to challenge to the outside of Burset in the number 23. Tires up against the backstretch wall will bring out the caution flag. Darrell Ward and Viva Norton. .30 laps on tap for the Limited Sportsman. Last feature event of the 91 season. 1 lap recorded on the leaderboard. 29 laps remain. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear as they glance to the flag stand. Pace car will make its way onto the infield pit road one more time at turn 4. Green is out. Al Meserve with the advantage across the stripe has Steve Reno battling to his outside. Larry Vos now at the back bumper of race leader Meserve. The inside groove gets the go as Meserve and Vos bringing up the inside. Al Burset trying to fill that third spot. Reno way wide, takes it right out over the stripe, tries to bring it back in turn 1. We have a tangle. 4 cars abreast. Somehow they sort it out. Cars continue to bang on the backstretch. A spin by the 49, Ron Smith. A lot of fender banging. Now a wheel off from a car. The 25 hard into the tires. That will bring out the red flag. Kevin Buck. Wheel off the car hard backwards into the tire barrier, along with the 12 of Tim Gendron and the 34 of Dwight Shepard. To climb out of his number 12, Dwight Shepard backing away, taking on a word on Kevin Buck.
Okay.
Word from the safety men at the scene say all the drivers indicate that they are okay. So, tough on the equipment. The good word is the drivers are okay, say the safety men as they radio to the tower. Viva Norton back out of the pit area to join the tail end of the lineup. 2 laps recorded now. Well, we're doing it 1 lap at a time. That's the hard way, 28 to go. This time, Al Meserve has rookie Larry Vos to his outside. Vos has already captured a feature win. 3 laps, they say. Green is out. Side by side across the line, then Vos with a slight advantage down into turn 1. Meserve fights back on the inside. They go side by side on the backstretch. Al Meserve in the 112, Larry Vos in the 67. Steve Reno looking for racing room on the inside, couldn't find it that time around. Al Burset working hard to the outside of the number 7. But hung on the outside, tries to get it down inside now. Continues to be Vos by just a bumper across the line. Tangle in turn 1. Al Burset into the infield and back into traffic. And manages to keep the car underway, but we have 3 cars still up off the top of turn 1. The 19 of Phil Weeks. The 75 of Donnie Morse able to drive away. The 19 continues to sit up at the top of turn 1. Now the 23 of Burset sits off the top of turn 3. And the caution flag. The point championship on the line as our number of positions. And once again, the driver's stage on the backstretch. Looking for a start at turn 4. Larry Vos on the point. Green is out. Larry Vos with Steve Reno in the runner-up spot, followed by Al Meserve. Then comes another rookie, Dave Langlis, in the number 93, up to the 4th place position. Gordon Nelson fighting his way up into the top 5, holds the 5th place position. High Point men still back in the pack. Cars tangle between turns 1 and 2. Billy Thompson hooked up with Chuck Haynes. They finally break loose, but that takes them way back near the end of the lineup. Keeping track of the High Point men. Rick Burnett in the number 54 has worked his way up to about the halfway point. Larry Gelinas is right with him. Dave Fecto back about 3 to 4 positions behind Larry Gelinas now. Problems bring the number 6, Billy Thompson's number 6, to a stop up at the top of turn 4. He gets the car back underway. Flat left front tire on the number 6. Larry Vos continues to be the race leader, followed by Steve Reno. Then comes Danny Bubar up to 3rd in the number 24. Gordon Nelson is 4th. Dave Langlis 5th. Sixth place in the hands of Mike Field. Rick Burnett is 7th. Larry Gelinas to 8th. Then comes Darrell Ward and Jeff Morgan going at it side by side. Race leader Larry Vos in his rookie season, looking for feature win number 2 in the 91 race season. We'll see the crossed flags indicating the halfway point. As he crosses the stripe, it will be 15 down, 15 to go. Continues to be Steve Reno in the runner-up spot. Danny Bubar is 3rd, Gordon Nelson 4th. 5th now to Mike Field. In 6th place, Larry Gelinas. So the High Point man now leads that contingent of 4 battling for the point championship. Rick Burnett trying to get back up and challenge Gelinas as he works to the outside now of the number 80 and looks to the outside of Gelinas in the 37. Well, Larry Gelinas sort of doing what he said he would do, running a bit of a conservative race for the young man in the number 37. We're accustomed to seeing him out in the 3rd groove a lot, holding it right down in the inside groove, not taking a lot of chances, obviously knowing if he's ahead of the 54 and the 78 and the 111, there's no way that they're going to take over the point lead. Rick Burnett, the hard charger in the 54, continues to work to the outside of Darrell Ward in the number 80. Larry Gelinas now continues a steady drive to the front as he works around the 61 of Gordon Nelson. Takes over the 4th place position. Danny Bubar trying to overtake Steve Reno for the runner-up spot. Reno in the number 7, Danny Bubar in the 24, racing for the 2nd place position. Tangle in turn 4, and it involves Dave Fecto and Ron Smith. Dave Fecto now right down across the track. Caution flag flies. And a tough break for Dave Fecto. Runner-up in the point standings, involved in that tangle in turn 4. Right now, we have the all clear once again as the drivers glance to the flag stand. 21 laps recorded of this 30-lap feature event. Larry Vos, Steve Reno will bring the field down, looking for a start at turn 4. Green is out. Larry Vos back into the lead. Side-by-side battle for second, and that's claimed by Danny Bubar. Danny Bubar up to second. Steve Reno is third. Problems on the 54 of Rick Furnett as he got sideways. And that turns him about down into turn 3, sits in the infield, along with the 38 of Beaver Norton. Caution flag flies. 22 laps recorded, and we go under caution once again. One of those drivers in contention for that point championship, that's Rick Burnett in the 54. He gets the car underway. But that will put him to the very tail end of the lineup. All clear once again from atop the flag stand. 22 laps recorded on the board. And once again, Larry Vos, this time squaring off with Danny Bubar in the 24. Green is out. This time, slight advantage to the outside, and Danny Bubar, they tangle. Vos gets into the 24, and they get turned about. Cars scatter. So far, the drivers do a nice job of missing those spinning cars, but that took the first and second place drivers right out of it. Caution flag flies as Larry Vos sits facing traffic in turn 2. Along with the man who was battling with him for Danny Bubar in the number 24. Himself occupying the front row, I do believe. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear one more time. Pace car makes its way into the infield pit road. We're ready to go at turn 4. Green is out. Danny Bubar. Larry Jelinas right up the inside to claim the runner-up position. Drops Reno back to third, then a side-by-side battle for fourth. Darrell Ward in the 80, Gordon Nelson in the 61. Then comes Mike Field. Danny Bubar and Larry Jelinas both looking for win number 3 for the 1991 season. Three wide racing takes Gordon Nelson way to the outside, and with it he loses a position to Mike Field in the number 88. Mike Field up into the 5th place position. Here comes Pee Wee Knight up the inside to challenge. Field gets sideways out of turn 4. Does a nice job of straightening the car out. That required, of course, Pee Wee Knight and Dave Fecto to get into the brakes. All the drivers do a nice job, but lose some ground to the leaders. Laps winding down, working in lap number 27. Tangle in turns 1 and 2. Tangle again. First, Dave Langlis and Jeff Morgan. And then coming into that were several additional cars that will require the caution flag once again. 26 laps down and all clear once again from atop the flag stand. As one more time the drivers glance over, get the all clear from flagman Eddie Walsh. This time Danny Bubar in the 24, Larry Gelinas in the 37 will bring the field to turn 4. Green is out. Danny Bubar gets the jump. Steve Reno battling up the inside. Larry Gelinas works to the outside. 3 wide squeeze. Darrell Ward tangles with the 88. Also the 112 up into the infield. Danny Bubar continues to lead the pack, followed by Steve Reno. Then comes Larry Gelinas. Pee Wee Knight on the move. Knight working to the outside of Gordon Nelson. 2 laps to go this time by. 2 to go. Larry Gelinas continues to look to the outside of the number 7 of Reno. They will see the white flag in the air this time by. 1 lap to go. Danny Bubar looking to claim feature win number 3. Larry Gelinas sitting in the 3rd place position. Checkered flag flies. It goes to Danny Bubar, followed by Reno, Larry Gelinas, Gordon Nelson. And it looked like perhaps Dave Fecto unofficially up into that 5th place position. Coasting down to collect the colors. Feature win number 3 to Danny Bubar. And the number 24, he will parade the flag. Larry Gelinas and Steve Reno being stopped at the start-finish line, as they are 2nd and 3rd place finishers for the day. They will collect the hardware from Forest City Chevrolet. Once again, Danny Bubar capturing feature event number 3 on the season, returns the colors to flagman Eddie Walsh. And in just a few moments, we'll have an opportunity to hear from this afternoon's feature event winner.
Please welcome into victory lane, Danny Bubar. Danny, congratulations. Things were wild out there today for you guys.
Well, I'll tell you, it was really wild. Guy was a little loose. I was hoping I'd hold in there. Larry's pretty tough. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't do anything with me.
Well, you weren't exactly in championship contention. You've had a good finish on the year overall. There were 4 guys going for the championship today, but did that come into play with you at all as how you were going to deal with Larry Gelinas on this?
Well, to be truthful, I would have given Larry all the room he could have, because I know I wasn't in contention for that championship, and Larry is. And he raced me clean all year. I've never had a problem with him, and I hope he feels the same way that I do about him.
A gentleman and a sportsman, and that's admirable for anybody in this sport. I would like to introduce to you Ted Smith from Forest City Chevrolet, who has a special trophy for you today. Ted?
Congratulations, Danny. It was a great run. Nice way to end your season. There you go. I didn't notice you were loose. You sure felt it, I'll tell you. Felt slow.
Well, we congratulate you, Danny. We'll let you go on to the picture ceremony, and from Big A Auto Parts, a $50 gift contingency. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Bubar, Larry Gelinas from the Limited Sportsman Division. Larry, congratulations. This has to be a big day for you. You could probably care less about the 3rd place trophy, but man, you've got a championship.
Thank you. I never planned on getting up 3rd here today. I just wanted to stick in there and, finish where I needed to win the points, and I was lucky to get through the crashes and make it this far.
You had to be riding on pins and needles coming out of the pit area, wondering what was going to take place.
Yeah, I had the fenders rubbing the tires, and there's something broken in the front, but it was all, I just kept praying that I'd make it a few more laps. I did.
You did. It was right. A great finish today, and one that showed that you were willing to put out that extra effort as a real race driver. Even though the championship was on the line, you weren't messing around. You still went for every spot you could get.
Well, I saw him coming up in my mirror, so I didn't have much of a chance. I had to pull out and do the best I could.
We'll be saluting you on November 9th at the banquet, Larry. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, Limited Sportsman Champion Larry Gelinas.
Only the winner and the runner-up will stay around to race again this afternoon in the Forest City Chevrolet 100. Artie LeBlanc in car number 8, the 75, Gary Smith, then Biederman and John Greedy. Here they come out of turn number 4 for the green flag. The main feature is underway. LeBlanc on the inside, has the lead on the back straightaway. Looking to follow him through, John Greedy in the 0. The Ontario driver, Greedy, goes to second, right behind is Biederman. Don Biederman, the living legend of Ontario Motorsports, down the back chute. The 43 now is third. He is one spot out of the running. Fourth is the 85 of Pete Rondo, then Dale Quarterly and Gary Smith. Keep an eye on the 43, Daytona. Don Biederman trying to fight his way up to second. Down on the inside, Dale Quarterly can't move underneath the Pete Rondo automobile. Once again, only 2 will transfer to the main. Marty LeBlanc trying to pull away with it. John Greedy in the 0 on the hot seat. 1 week ago, he totally demolished his primary automobile in a savage crash along with Randy McDonald at Ontario's Motorsports Speedway. Greedy in his backup car this afternoon trying to earn his way into the main. Biederman slips high, and he is losing spots now. Pete Rondo in the 85, 32, Dale Quarterly moving underneath. Rondo now taking a look to the high side of John Greedy. Quarterly looking low, it's Rondo up high. Left down, Quarterly gets into the back of Greedy. Rondo goes around, field scatters in turn 1. John Greedy trying to refire the 0 machine. Here comes the field, down to the line. Greedy is underway. Dale Quarterly with a bit of bump and run racing now runs in second. Third is the 75 of Gary Smith and Don Biederman of the 43. Front 2 cars now have broken away from the pack, looking to lock up a spot in the main. Trouble in turn number 2, the 6 of Danny Knoll Jr. Field scattering around the number 6 machine. Leaders working past on the inside. Knoll has it back underway. Artie LeBlanc down the back straightaway. Car number 8 is your leader. Second, the 32 of Dale Quarterly. Halfway done this time. 10 down, 10 to go in the B feature. Dale Quarterly in the 32 holds the final spot as he runs in second. The 6 of Danny Knoll is a lap down. The 0 of Greedy out of the running as well. Third place automobile is the number 88 machine of Jeff Taylor. Taylor in the 88 trying to run down Dale Quarterly. Yellow flag is out. Caution on the Speedway. Yellow flag on the field is Gabe Gabriel's car number 92, putting down fluid all the way around the racetrack. Artie LeBlanc and Dale Quarterly. The 88 of Jeff Taylor. Fourth place automobile is car number 43, Don Biederman. The 0 of John Greedy is one lap down to the field after looping it in turn 2. Biederman in the 43 is fourth. Pace car coming in. We're set to go. 6 laps remaining in the B feature as they come to the line, and the green flag is out. And Dale Quarterly gets the break. Quarterly, the motorcycle racing champion, on the outside, the 32 takes it over. And now Marty LeBlanc is back to the number 2 position. Taylor in the 88 trying to reel him in on the front chute. Dale Quarterly beginning to walk away. Quarterly from Rockland, Massachusetts in that Chevrolet Lumina. The Massachusetts driver, Dale Quarterly, now with 5 car lengths in hand as he exits turn 4. Laps are winding down with 4 to go. Trouble in turn 2 as the 88 machine gets turned around. He's back underway and will lose a lap. Look out, Gary Johnson going around. Johnson and Gary Smith getting into it. Everybody's underway and will stay green with 2 laps remaining. The 32 of Quarterly, Marty LeBlanc in the 8, trying to hold on to that final spot. The 88 machine, Jeff Taylor trying to make the move. White flag is out. 1 lap remaining. Quarterly and LeBlanc trying to earn the backdoor spots into the main. Checkered flag will come out this time. B feature goes to Dale Quarterly in the 32. Marty LeBlanc finishes up in second. Taylor is third, but that's 1 spot out of the money. Forest City Chevrolet 100. Gentlemen, start your engines. Back in line in the number 3 position. Side by side for 4th. The 66 of Buzzy Bazanson. 21 Kevin LePage as they drag race it down the back straightaway. Bazanson on the inside, LePage on the outside for 4th. Then Bobby Harrison and Robbie Crouch side by side. Field sorting out as they hit the back chute. Hanley and Randall run 1 and 2. Leclerc third, Bazanson and LePage as Robbie Crouch is going backwards on the outside. Crouch in the 48, hung out to dry, dropping back out of the top 5 now. Bobby Harrison down to the inside, takes away the number 6 position. Right behind the 34 of Bob Libby. The Tampa Tornado, Crouch is going backwards on the high groove. Junior Hanley sets the pace with 5 laps in the book. Hanley, the 72, is your leader. Right behind him, Bobby Randall in the 91 as those two try and break away from the field. In third, the 11 of Claude Leclerc. Good battle for fourth. Buzzy Bazanson, 66, the 21, Kevin LePage. LePage to the inside on the back straightaway. The Turbo Blue 21 machine moving low. He's got the number 4 position. Bazanson back in line in 5th. Right behind him, Bobby Harrison. Then the 34 of Bob Libby. Crouch in the 48. Steve Knowlton and John Paul Cabana. Out of the back of the field, the Berlin City Ford beginning to move on the outside. Dynamite Dave Dion to the high groove against Ralph Nason. Ford on the outside, Mopar on the inside. It's Dion in the 29 moving up. Side-by-side battle going on for the number 10 position now. The 53 of Dan Beatty fights his way inside Roger LaPerle in turn 4. Beatty in the 53, LaPerle up high in the 00. Side-by-side for 10th, it's Dan Beatty by a nose on the back straightaway. LaPerle battling back up high, right behind the 75, Beaver Dragon, as LaPerle will lose 2 as they hit turn 1. Beatty into the back bumper of Bob Coburn, the 53 moving up. Dan Beatty, the Milk Bowl champion. We've got trouble in turn 2. Dick Belisle has spun the 35. Bill Zardo Jr. with motor problems on the number 40 machine. Zardo is back underway. He will try and limp it down on pit road. Zardo moving as well. Bobby Coburn in trouble on the back chute. Tangle in turn 4 as Dion spins Dan Beatty in the 53. Cars all over the racetrack. Dan Beatty in the 53 trying to hustle to stay on the lead lap. A tough break for the defending Vermont Milk Bowl champion as Beatty had fought his way into the number 9 position. Also losing laps, the 27 of Steve Channing, and I believe the 32 machine, Dale Quarterly, also lost a lap. Field is set on the back straightaway. Hanley and Randall, LePage and Belisle. Here they come out of 4. They'll look for the green flag. They've got it. And once again, Hanley with the horsepower pulls away. LePage follows him through, looking for second place now. Kevin LePage on the inside, wants the number 2 spot back. He's got Randall hung out. LePage goes to second. Randall gets it back in line 3rd. Then Bazanson and Harrison. Down the back straightaway they go. Hanley with 2 car lengths in hand. The 21 LePage second. Randall back to the outside, trying to get it back. Randall has worked some heat into those Goodyear Eagle Racing tires, and he goes to the high side of LePage. Randall down the back straightaway, pulling up for second. LePage down low. Randall up high. He's got it back. Bobby Randall in the Cates Car Connection Buick showing strength on the high side as he goes back to second. LePage now 3rd once again. 4th, the 66 of Buzzy Bazanson. Then Bob Harrison, Bob Libby, the left car of Dick Belisle, and Robbie Crouch. Dave Dion and Beaver Dragon doing some side-by-side racing back around the number 10 position. Dragon on the inside, Dion on the outside. That is the battle for 10th right now. Right in front of them, the 9th place machine of Steve Knowlton. Dion on the outside, beginning to move forward in the Berlin City machine. Dragon looking low on Knowlton. Thought about making it 3 deep on the front straightaway. Junior Hanley beginning to pull away with the lead. The battle right now is for 9th and 10th. The 24 of Knowlton. 75 Dragon, 29 Dave Dion. in the 29, still with a handful of Beaver Dragon. He drops back into. Dion cannot make the pass on the outside. Dragon in the 75 holds on to 10. Steve Knowlton, the 24 is 9th, 8th right now. The 5A of Cabana in 7th. Robbie Crouch in the 48, 6th is the 34 of Bob Libby. The number 5 position belongs to Bobby Harrison in the 37 machine. 4th is Buzzy Bazanson in the 68. Trouble in turn 4 as Andy Lude loops it into the sand pile. Lude with a hard hit in turn 4. Tears up the fiberglass on the front end as he tries to refire. He is back underway. Andy Lude is going to have a bit of a vision problem at the very least as he gets the 56 machine rolling. And the drivers behind him are going to have a tricky racetrack, at least for the moment. Yellow flag is out. We've got Phil Pinkham in the wall on the back straightaway. Pinkham in the 07 has slapped the wall on the back chute, and we are under yellow. Layton, who so much wanted a strong performance today here on his home track, has had nothing but problems. Completed his service call, as has Danny Knoll Jr. Junior Henley continues to lead at the front of the field. Out of 4 they come, looking for the restart. Breeze out and you're underway. Hanley down the back chute, once again has the lead, and again Kevin LePage tries to follow him through. LePage down low, fills the hole for second spot. Randall dropping back into third. But once again, once that car gets warmed up, Randall looks like he can run the outside. The 91 pulling back up on LePage. Randall pulling even again at the start-finish line. Field sorting it out down the back straightaway. Steve Knowlton, Dave Dion, Dale Shaw trapped up high and moving backwards as Ralph Nason and company move underneath. Hanley is away with the lead. Randall back on the outside, has the second spot again. Kevin LePage, the 21, is back to third. 4th is Bob Harrison. The 35, Dick Belisle, is a lapped automobile, so the 5th place car is the 66 of Bazanson. Side by side now for 7th. Cabana, the 5A on the inside of Bob Libby. Cabana down low in the 5A Oldsmobile, trying to fill the hole on the inside. Libby sideways, has to back out of it. He loses 3 spots in turn 2. Bob Libby in the Forest City Chevrolet crossed it up in 2 and lost 3 spots to the field as Cabana, Dragon, and Crouch moved underneath. Junior Hanley with 10 car lengths in hand on the front straightaway. Randall all by himself in second. 3rd is LePage. 4th is Harrison. 5th to Buzzy Bazanson in the 66. Cabana now shows in 6th. 7th is the 75 of Beaver Dragon. In 8th is Robbie Crouch. Libby back to 8th. 9th is Bobby Gahan. Ralph Nason completing the top 10 in the number 10 machine. Down low, challenge for 3rd. Bob Harrison moving underneath Kevin LePage. Harrison in the Chevrolet moving up. Bob Harrison in the main linoleum machine underneath Kevin LePage for 3rd in turn 2. Right behind him, the lap car of Dick Belisle. LePage trying to find a home on the inside, but Buzzy Bazanson is there now. Bazanson will challenge for 4th as he ducks well in turn 1. LePage trying to hold him off, does on the back straightaway. LePage in the 21 now back to 4th. Bazanson the 66, the 5th place automobile. Junior Hanley all by himself at the front of the field. 37 laps complete this time. Hanley your leader. 10 car lengths back to Bobby Randall in second. Third belongs to Bobby Harrison. Fourth is Kevin LePage. Bezanson shows in fifth. In sixth, the 5A of John Paul Cabana. Then Dragon, Crouch, Libby, and Gahan. Side-by-side battle continues. Beaver Dragon back to the inside of Jean-Paul Cabana. Dragon on the inside regains the number 6 position. Cabana in the 5A back to 7th. 8th is Crouch, then Libby and Gahan. Dave Dion moving to the outside of Ralph Nason as they race midway in the field. Nason down low, Dion up high, then Steve Knowlton and Mike Johnson. Laps winding down as we near the halfway mark of this event. Down to the inside, Buzzy Bezanson putting the pressure on Kevin LePage on the back straightaway. Bezanson down low on the front straightaway. LePage trying to shut him down, can't do it. Buzzy Bezanson with a foot in the door moving up. Junior Hanley moving up on the lap car of Bob Coburn. All of a sudden, Randall is there in the second spot. Bezanson moves under LePage. He's going to lead Beaver Dragon through. Kevin LePage dropping back on the outside. Black flag is out for Mike Johnson, leaking water. The 33 car dropping fluid. Johnson receiving the black flag that time. Junior Hanley and Bobby Randall, 1-2 at the front. And third, now Bob Harrison. Fourth spot and a distant fourth is Buzzy Bezanson. The 75 of Dragon is fifth. LePage now has dropped back to the 6th position. 7th is Cabana. Bob Libby, the 34 is 8th. Gahan is 9th. Crouch is 10th. In the 11th position is Mike Mayetta Jr. 12th is Derek Lynch. Roger LaPerle 13th. Dave Dion is 14th, followed by Glenn Cusack, Mike Mayetta, Ralph Nason, Steve Knowlton. Trouble in the back queue. Robbie Thompson gets down. Claude Leclerc piles in along with Paul Johnson. Yellow flag is out. Yellow on the speedway. Caution flag out for the second time this afternoon as Robbie Thompson gets turned around on the back chute. The former New England 300 champion loves this racetrack, and Bezanson is on the move. Black flag out for the 23 of Dale Shaw. Trouble in the back chute. Harrison is off. Cabana spinning. Harrison and Bezanson off the racetrack. Dick Belisle, Mike Mayetta Jr., and John Paul Cabana. Wild action in turn number 4 as the 6th place automobile of Buzzy Bezanson, or the 4th place car rather, and the 37 of Bob Harrison. Harrison may have had a problem under the hood of that Chevrolet Aluminum as he and Bezanson both flew over the top in 3. The 23 of Dale Shaw is behind the wall. Shaw is out of the automobile, and it looks like that'll be the afternoon for the Hills RV team as well. Here we come for a start. Cabana hot foots it off pit road, and he's going to have to hustle as we've gone green. Hanley again away with the lead. Again to the inside. It's Kevin LePage for second. LePage trying to challenge Bobby Randall, but the 91 has too much for him. In turn 3 and 4, Randall holds on to second. Third is LePage. Gahan is fourth. Dragon fifth. And on the inside, Derek Lynch trying to move under Bob Libby. Right behind him, Dave Dion. Halfway done this time. 50 down, 50 to go for Junior Hanley. Bob Libby gets the bite on the outside out of turn 2. Libby holds on to the number 6 spot. Derek Lynch is 7th. Look out, Mike Bata Jr. looping, and it takes Dan with him. Oh man, Junior loops it, Senior gets him. They try to refire the machine, but I don't think the 13 is going to make it off the racetrack. Mike Mayetta rolling to a stop in turn number 1. Trying to keep it moving and get it out back to the garage area. Yellow flag flies. Caution is out. As the 33, Mike Johnson, gets together with Robbie Thompson in turn 1. So the Mayettas, father and son, who had just recently broken into the top 10, have now got some problems. Here comes the pit road dash. Layton, Bezanson, Knowlton, and Bill Zardo Sr. also coming in. Keep an eye on the 66 and the 24. Bezanson wants right side tires. Mike Mayetta Jr. coming in. Right behind him, Cabana in the 5A. The Scavani Church team working the right side tire change for Buzzy Bezanson. Steve Knowlton getting service from the Carlton Roby team as the restart lineup is arranged. Knowlton is away. Bezanson is away. Brad Layton still pitting, along with Mike Mayetta Jr. and Jean-Paul Cabana. Field will cross over. Next time by, we're racing. Pace car coming in again. It's Hanley on the inside, Randall on the outside. LePage and Gahan, Dragon and Libby, Dion and Lynch, Nason and LaPearl. Here they go. Hanley away again on the back straightaway, and again the battle is for second. LePage on the inside trying to fill it. 21, Kevin LePage fights his way underneath Bobby Randall for second. Randall drops back to third as they almost went 3 wide on the back chute. Beaver Dragon, the 75, looking to the low side of Bobby Gahan for 4th place. Right behind the 29 of Dave Dion. Here comes the 91 one more time. Randall battling back on the outside. Once he works some heat into those tires, Randall can run anywhere he wants on the racetrack. Side by side, fender to fender on the back chute. 21, Kevin LePage. 91, Bob Randall, the runner-up spot in the balance now. LePage holding the low groove. Bobby Randall runs top side. Nobody gets the advantage in 3. Down the front chute they come. Randall now noses in front. A tremendous drive by Bobby Randall, flies down the to the number 8 position. Crouch has pitted, and he's got new right side tires, so keep an eye on the Tampa Tornado. Robbie Crouch has fought his way back into the top 8. Look out, Ralph Neeson tags Dan Beatty, and he goes around. Beatty in the 53, back underway, has to hustle to stay from going a lap down. Hanley gaining ground on the back chute. 72, Hanley puts a lap on Beatty. Junior Hanley has had this thing in the palm of his hand all the way. Past the 60 lap mark, Hanley leads. Randall second. Third is Bobby Gahan, has gone to the inside of Kevin LePage now. Lap traffic ahead may come into play as the 50 of Gahan gets third. LePage back to fourth. Right behind him, Beaver Dragon. As the turbo blue car, Kevin LePage, beginning to fade. Good battle right behind them as Robbie Crouch goes to the outside of Dion. Crouch in the 48, the battle for the number 6 position. After the right side tire change, the Tampa Tornado has come from the back of the pack. Crouch going for 6th place now on the outside of Dion. Dynamite Dave Dion and Robbie Crouch, the two old rivals, going at it once again. Door handle to door handle out of turn 4. It's Crouch on the outside. Bob Libby tries to follow. Dion takes him 3 wide to hold him off in 1. Down the back straightaway, 66 laps in the book for Junior Hanley, as he now has 7 car lengths in hand over Randall in the 91. Bobby Gahan, the 50, is third. Fourth is Kevin LePage, then Beaver Dragon. Keep an eye on the Beaver as he now has begun to pick up the pressure on LePage as they work the back straightaway. Across the start-finish line, puts 70 laps down, 30 remaining. 70 down, 30 to go in the Forest City Chevrolet 100. Trouble on the front chute as Roger LaPearl loops it. LaPearl has cut the left rear tire, goes all the way around in the 00. LaPearl is back underway. He'll try and limp it back onto pit road. The 00 running slowly on the inside, and we've got yellow. Caution is on the speedway for Roger LaPearl. The Dion team changing just the right front tire, so Dion may have had a right front going away on that automobile. Roger Dion adjusts the tire pressures on the other 3 corners. The new right front sneaker goes on the Berlin City Ford. Dion is down and set to roll. Here they come to the line. Hanley and Randall. Gahan and the left car of Dan Beatty. Green is out of their way with 29 laps remaining. Once again, Hanley has the horsepower down low. Randall drives away from Gahan to hold second. Bobby Gahan is third. LePage is fourth. Crouch now is fifth in the 48. Robbie Crouch, who made the right side tire change at the halfway mark, has flown back through pack to the number 5 spot. 6th is Beaver Dragon. Moving up into 7th is Glenn Cusack. Cusack, who made the field on the promoter's option, now is 7th on the field. Robbie Crouch in the number 5 position. Now will set sail in search of Kevin LePage. Down the back straightaway once again. Junior Handley able to pull away by 5 lengths. Randall is 2nd, Gahan is 3rd, then LePage and Crouch. Harmon Beaver Dragon in the 6th position. 7th is Cusack. Libby now back to 8th in the 34. 9th unofficially is Derek Lynch. 10th the 5A of Cabana, then Bazanson and Steve Knowlton. Keep an eye on Glenn Cusack. The number 2 car has come all the way from dead last on the field, as he's challenged now by Bob Libby as they race turn number 3. Right in front of them, the 75 of Beaver Dragon. Cusack, no question about it, has got to be a tired race driver as he has fought his way all the way through the pack to the number 7 spot. Marty LeBlanc beginning to show smoke off car number 8 as he races turn 1 and 2. LeBlanc's trailing smoke off that Chevrolet Lumina. No such problems for Junior Handley, as he now has run away from Bobby Randall. Randall 12 to 15 car lengths behind in the 91. And he's got a rear view mirror full of Bobby Gahan, the 50 car in 3rd. LePage 4th, Crouch 5th, then Dragon, Libby, and Cusack. Junior Handley up to put a lap on Ralph Nason in 4. Handley to the outside of Nason, down the front chute into 1 and 2. He puts Racing Ralph down a lap. Randall still 2nd. Gahan 3rd, then a long gap back to the 4th place car of Kevin LePage. Robbie Crouch right on his back bumper, beginning to pick up the pressure in 5th place. Dragon is 6th. Libby on the inside 7th, then Glenn Cusack in the number 2 machine. That 5-car battle is the best action on the racetrack right now. Glenn Cusack in the Cherry Coke machine, going to the outside of Harmon Beaver Dragon. Dragon, the 6th place automobile. Cusack 7th from the back of the field. Glenn Cusack with a tremendous ride this afternoon. Cusack hangs it up on the outside of the Beaver. Side-by-side drag race on the back straightaway. The number 6 position hangs in the balance, and Cusack with a nose up in 4. Glenn Cusack is either going to go 3 spots forward or 2 spots back. He's going to get around Crouch and LePage before he can find the low groove again. And Cusack may have the race car to do it right now. Glenn Cusack moves around Dragon and takes a look at Robbie Crouch on the outside. Glenn Cusack from dead last on the field breaks into the top 5 now. Cusack on the outside now is going to go for the number 4 position. Cusack going after it. Bobbles a bit in 3. LePage pulls away, looking for 3 wide on the front chute. 10 laps to go this time. 10 to go. Handley and Bobby Randall has closed in again. 3rd is Gahan and 4th on the outside. 4th on the outside is Cusack in the number 2 machine. Bob Libby right behind in the 34 as the Beech Ridge regulars looking to take 4 out of the top 5 positions this afternoon. Randall has moved up a half a is going to have to find some moves in a hurry as Hanley begins to wind them down. Randall is second. Gahan by himself in third. Fourth now is Cusack. Fifth on the outside by a nose, Bob Libby. Hanley looks in the rear view mirror, sees Randall a car length back, immediately picks up the pace, and he leads now by 4 as they race the back straightaway. On the outside, battle continuing for position, 3 wide on the back chute. LePage and Libby going at it. LePage holds him off on the left car. The battle is for the number 5 position. 21 LePage, 34 Libby, 48 Crouch with 5 laps to go now. 5 laps to go for Junior Hanley as he looks for his 7th victory of 1991. And a major step toward the ACT Championship. 4 to go now. Bob Libby again reeling in. Kevin LePage drifts high on the outside and Crouch gets underneath him. Libby goes in a bit too high and the Tampa Tornado drives around. Now it's Beaver Dragon to the inside. Back and forth they go for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th positions. 2 to go for Junior Hanley next time. 2 laps to go for the Molson X machine.
White flag out for Junior Hanley and Bob Randall. Bob Gahan to third. Glenn Cusack now to the outside of the lap car of Nason. ACT point leader Junior Hanley under the checkered flag, followed by Bob Randall. Then comes Bob Gahan. 4th place position to Glenn Cusack. 5th place to Kevin LePage. Junior Hanley lengthening his point advantage over Robbie Crouch with a win this afternoon in the Forest City Chevrolet 100. We'll have an opportunity to go trackside in just a few minutes for a chance to hear from race winner and point leader Junior Hanley.
Tire drivers climbing out. And ladies and gentlemen, victory lane for the 7th time in 1991. The Molson X Ford Thunderbird Junior Hanley. Danny, congratulations. 7th win of the season, but the first one on American soil. That's got to be a good feeling for you.
Every time we come here, but we haven't finished any good. And this is the first time we run good and we finish good.
It went well for you almost from the outset. Made a good run in the heat to get into the semi, won that, and when you start on the pole, it really helps.
Yeah, when you start up front, and it helps a lot out. You don't wear out your car. You just set a pace, and the guys that got to start at the back have a lot harder time.
Looked like you had the horsepower on the restarts to hold everybody off by the time you got to turn 1. That was one of the keys today.
This motor really runs good in this car, and the car runs good too, so it makes the motor look good too.
Say hello to Ted Smith from Forest City Chevrolet with a presentation of the winner's trophy.
Congratulations, Junior, in the pre-race ceremonies. I told you were a legend in racing, and you know, Forest City's been in business for 70 years, and it seems like you've been racing for just about as long and been successful at it as Forest City has been in selling cars. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This is 70 years already.
Feels like it.
Congratulations. Now let me ask you about the Showdown. Are you going to go in and change the car, or are you going to leave it alone?
I was probably just going to change the tires and run it like it is, and hope we do good in the Showdown.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
7th win of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Junior Hanley, the Molson X, Quaker City, caliber 72. Where's our number 2 man? Bobby Randall at caliber 91, the Car Connection Buick. John McLeod from Forest City, the boyhood friends here get to meet in victory lane. Bobby, a great run for you.
Yeah, well, we'd like to want another one, but finishing second to juniors, no shame in that, I guess.
A lot of folks have done it this year. What kind of a race was it for you? Looked pretty steady.
Yeah, the car ran real good. We were developing a mess at about 3/4 to the end of the straightaway, but
You know, I think maybe I could have run a little closer to Junior without that miss, but whether I'd have had enough to get by him would have been doubtful.
Presentation of trophies, it's all yours.
Bobby, congratulations to a friend and one hell of a race car driver. On behalf of Forest City Chevrolet, I'm glad you're here.
Now, Robert, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Junior. You going to tweak that car a little for the showdown?
Well, mix out of it, put a set of tires on it, but other than that, we're going.
Looks pretty good to me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bobby Randall in the 91, ladies and gentlemen, for second. And a great drive this afternoon for third. How about it, Bobby Gahan in car number 50? Bobby, congratulations.
Bobby, congratulations. You know, I've been coming out to Beech Ridge since '49. I remember watching your dad race, and you're a heck of a competitor. Just like your dad. Pleasure to run today. On behalf of Ford, take the third place trophy. Thank you very much.
I want to thank Forest City Chevrolet for sponsoring today, and also ACT for treating me very nice, and I really appreciate racing here.
Bobby, a good run for you today. The car looked fast paced. Chevrolet 100 here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway.
Laps on tap for the Super Sportsman. All clear from flagman Eddie Walsh. Tony Field and Butch Buzzell will bring the field to turn 4. Green is out. Tony Field from the point. Butch Buzzell to the outside. Then comes Russ Johnson and Tim Maloney side by side for position 3. Buzzell now makes a move to the outside to challenge Field for the lead. Smoke from the 72 of Mark Field. Butch Buzzell now tries to squeeze out and around the number 11. Out of turn 4, new leader Butch Buzzell. Buzzell looking for feature event number 2 of the 91 season. One of 2 Ford Thunderbirds in this Super Sportsman division. This division designed to be kind of between a limited sportsman and a late model. Butch Buzzell stretching out a lead now. Here comes Tim Maloney to the outside of number 11 to take over the second place position. Tony Field back to third. Spike Manitow on the move in the number 11. Gets into the back of the 11, and that requires hard on the brakes by Danny Palmer, and he loses some ground. Spike Manitow up now to take over that third place position as he works around the number 11. Doug Shaw spins in between turns 1 and 2. Shaw is backing the car into the infield, trying to get it back underway. Not until the caution flag comes out. Shaw takes the 07 right on a pit road. 5 laps down, and we go under caution. clear from flagman Eddie Walsh, 5 laps down. This time, Butch Buzzle to the inside. Tim Maloney on his outside at turn 4. Green is out. Butch Buzzle with the advantage as they race to turn 1. Tangle in turn 1. Spike Manitoul gets turned about. Gets the car back underway. Tony Field sits at the exit of the infield pit road, and now Spike Manitoul at the top of turn 2. That will require the caution once again. The rundown on down at the main gate. George Corliss. Please see the officer down at the main gate. Ready for a restart. Green is out. Tim Maloney sideways. Dave Bass gets turned about in turn 4. Rough start. Butch Buzzle back. Going at it wheel to wheel with Tim Maloney. Ken McLeod takes the number 6 on pit road, as does Mark Field. Butch Buzzle back at the point. All kinds of pressure from Tim Maloney in the 69. Then a side-by-side battle for third. Steve Howard in the 03 now on the move on the outside. Up to challenge Tim Maloney. Going at it side-by-side for the second place position. Maloney to the inside, Steve Howard to the outside. Tim Maloney manages to hold off the challenge from Steve Howard. All of the top 3 looking for a feature event win number 2 on the season. Butch Buzzle managing to hold off a lot of pressure from Tim Maloney and Steve Howard. Cars come together out of turn 4. Buzzle once again trying to put a little daylight between himself and Tim Maloney. Has about a car and a half length lead over Maloney now. Bubba Pelton on the move as he is up now to mount a challenge to the inside of Steve Howard for that 3rd place position. Once again, Pelton is a 4-time feature winner in this division. Chris Rule up into the top 5. Flagman Eddie Walsh indicates it will be the halfway mark this time by. Cross flags, 15 down, 15 to go. Steve Howard hung on the outside, and 2 choices. Either find a way to the front or perhaps slide all the way back to the 7th position. As there's a freight train up the inside now, and no place for the 03 but to stay on the outside. Leader continues to be Butch Buzzle, followed by Tim Maloney. Bubba Pelton in the 27. Steve Howard in the 03. Chris Rule in the 14. Then comes Kevin Durgan in the number 7. Durgan is runner-up in the point standings. And Danny Palmer in the 93, the top contingent this afternoon. That's the winningest driver in this division and man destined to be the champion of this Super Sportsman division has had his share of problems this afternoon, and that's Ken McLeod in the number 6. Finds himself way back in the pack. Howard still struggling on the outside and has now found himself at the end of that freight train up the inside. All the leaders now working around the lap car of Kevin Jelinas in the number 99. Buzzle maintaining about a 2 to 3 car length lead over Tim Maloney. Will have to deal with the lap car of Tony Field now. Spin by Dave Bath on the backstretch. He gets back underway. Bath having more than his share of problems this afternoon. A young man, also a feature winner earlier in the season, the number 5. All the leaders managed to work their way around the number 11 of Tony Field. Tim Maloney back now with pressure at the back bumper of the number 15 once again. Right up on the bumper in turns 3 and 4. Flagman Eddie Walsh indicates just 2 to go. Next time by. As Butch Buzzle exits turn 4, he'll see the 2 flags, just 2 to go. And Tim Maloney has just 2 laps if he's going to find a way around the number 15. A lot of pressure once again right at the back bumper as Maloney tries to find a path beneath the number 15. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Once again, Maloney right up on the bumper of Buzzle. Continues to look to the inside, no room. Checkered flag flies. Butch Buzzle claims feature event number 2 on the season, followed by Tim Maloney, Bubba Pelt, Chris Rule, and Kevin Durgan. Butch Buzzle comes down to collect the colors from very difficult start to the 91 season. All new car, all new chassis. All sorts of problems early on, but as the season wore on, during the second half, they found the combination. Luckily, began to turn around. Butch Buzzle claimed feature event August 91 Buzzle returns the flag to Eddie Walsh. And in just a few moments, we'll have an opportunity to hear from this afternoon's Super Sportsman feature winner.
Well, it's only the 2nd win this season for a Ford automobile, and it's the same gentleman that's done it twice. Ladies and gentlemen, Butch Buzzle. Butch, congratulations.
Thank you, Andy.
That was not a give me by any means. You had some pressure from behind all the way around there, and that was a tough race for you.
Yeah, it was tough. We've struggled this year. I guess Ford's are lucky here today. Junior showed them how to do it, so I had to try to keep up.
What are the plans for next year? This has kind of been such an off year for Butch Buzzell. You have been so strong in the past. This year you just had basically nothing but disappointments for you until the very end of the season when you got everything together. But what does next year look like?
Well, next year's up in the air right now. We don't know to stay with Ford or go with Chevrolet. Chevrolet's dominant, but we've won twice for the Ford, and we've got some ideas for the winner. Forest City sponsors us next year. Maybe we'll go Chevrolet. I don't know. We've had a lot of help from my sponsors, Village Jewelers, Rick and Debbie Sandman, NASCO Automotive have built my motors. They've been a world of help. Plum and Joe Potter have stayed with me all season. They've helped a lot. Dale Shaw has worked with us a lot the last month and a half. He's taken time from his busy schedule to win us the 2 features. Francis Sear, Darryl Richardson, Gene Black, Richard Diekema, my family, Kenny at Metalworks too. These people are what put us into victory lane, even though we've struggled this year. They've come through with $100 to $200 when we needed it, when we couldn't afford the tires earlier in the year, so they really helped us a lot.
It's great to have the support, and I'm sure it got paid back to them tenfold with the second win today. The gentleman flashing the Chevrolet bow tie hat to you is Ted Smith from Forest City Chevrolet. Ted?
Thank you, Andy. Butch, we'd be more than happy to have a strong driver like you in the Chevrolet column. It's a heck of a run for you. Even if you did run in a Ford, it was a good run. Congratulations on your second victory. We'd like to see you in a Chevy next year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's sponsorship like you that keep the races going. I'd like to thank the Cusack family for some of the things they've done at the Speedway here, and thank you people for the support all season long. It's you people that bring the races here and bring the money in so we can keep racing. Thank you all.
Thank you, Butch. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for win number 2 in Butch Buzzell. We'll go back to Bruce Elder and Dave Moody at this time as we get set for the final round of racing this afternoon. Bruce?
Let's recap the lineup. Row 1 will be Dan Beatty and Bobby Randall. Row 2 will be Junior Hanley and Ralph Nason. Row number 3 will be Dynamite Dave Dion and Mike Mayetta. Row number 4, Kevin LePage and Mr. Lucky himself, Robbie Crouch. All right, the field is set. We're just a few moments away from Showdown 1991. Drivers, saddle up and let's go race. Ralph Nason, who won his at Unity, Maine. Dave Dion, Mike Mayetta, LePage, and Crouch. We're set to go next time. All right. Dan Beatty and Bob Randall. I guarantee these guys may be wearing Nomex, but the gloves are off in every sense of the word. Here they come out of 4. Ready to go. Showdown, 91 under green. It's Dan Beatty on the inside. 53, Beatty blows away Bobby Randall. Randall back in line second. Hanley third. Dion, LePage as Nason is going backwards. The 53, Dan Beatty, leads lap number 1, and he's beginning to pull away a bit. A car length in hand over Randall. Hanley is third, then Dion and LePage. And if Dan Beatty can bring this one home, he'll kiss Scott Millington right on the mouth for drawing the pole, I guarantee it. Dan Beatty, right on his bumper is Randall, then Hanley and Dion. There's no waiting going on here, folks, as we're just about 15% done. 3 down, 17 remaining, the mandatory caution at the halfway mark. And right now it's starting to look like a 4-man dance. Beatty, Randall, Hanley, Dion beginning to pull away from the rest of the pack. The youngster, Danny Beatty, the former Flying Tiger champion at Thunder Road in Barrie, Vermont, picked up his biggest career win at the Milk Bowl just a couple of weeks ago. This would rank a very close second, if not number 1. And Beatty's got himself a little bit of daylight on the back straightaway. Randall trying to hang on to him. Rear view mirror full of orange. Hanley and Dion nose to tail. Seven in the book this time around. 3 to go till the mandatory caution, and Randall now beginning to pick up the pace a bit. Hanley and Dion running single file, then a 2-wide battle for the number 5 spot. Ralph Nason and Kevin LePage, but there's no money back there, folks. The cash is at the front, and right now Dan Beatty tie in 4. 8 down, 2 to the caution. Dan Beatty beginning to fight a push now in car number 53, and Randall is there. Bob Randall making like a vulture in the bottom branch of the tree, waiting for the mistake by Danny Beatty. 53 Beatty, 91 Randall, then Hanley and Dion. It's a four-man dance at the front. Randall is there on the front straightaway. Waiting on each other, and the caution is out. Yellow is out as they hit the halfway mark. Caution flag on the field. Look at this. These guys don't want to lift. They say to heck with the yellow. We like this. Oh, and that's going to be a close one. Who won it last time? I believe it was Beatty as they completed the 10th lap. And that's a tough break for Bobby Randall as he had the hole shot, but Beatty kept his foot in it and beat him to the line. Cross over to the final 10. Beatty and Randall, now Hanley and Dion. It's do or die now for Bobby. Look, Crouch is on pit road. Pit stops were not supposed to be a part of this deal. This was not supposed to involve a pit stop. Here they come. Beatty and Randall. Bobby Randall, it's do or die now. He's either going forwards or backwards. Green is out. Dan Beatty, half a car length up as they race the back chute. Back comes Randall on the outside. Here they come. Crouch may run the pick at the front. Dan Beatty across the line is the leader. Randall on the outside, second, then Hanley and Dion. Great racing on the back chute. 9 laps remaining. Beatty has it. Hanley follows him through for second. Beatty goes hard. Here comes Junior Hanley. Hanley has the lead now. Dave Dion punches his way underneath the 53. Dion trying for second as Hanley is out in front of the pack. Dan Beatty got too hot into the fourth corner and it costs him the lead. Junior Hanley looking to sweep the afternoon. Dion is second. Randall is third. Then Beatty and Nation. Laps are winding down with 6 to go now. Junior Hanley with a car length in hand. Don't count out Dion. Dave Dion looking to become the first ever 3-time Showdown champion, but he's got a handful of Hanley. And look on the back bumper. Randall, hello, Mr. Dion. Oh, man, Randall's, oh, man, he gets into him and Randall goes around. Boy, these guys want second place. Randall and Dion laying into each other. Crouch says, get me out of the way. I got nothing to gain here. Dion and Randall on the outside. Bobby Randall is second. Two laps to go this time. 2 to go. Junior Hanley waving goodbye to everybody. Hanley is way out in front. Dion, Randall, Beatty, and Mike Mayetta on the outside.
Race for second continues. Randall by a bumper across the line. They're under the white flag. Junior Hanley looking to sweep the day. Out of turn 4, checkered flag. Junior Hanley, Bob Randall, Dave Dion. Capturing the $5,000 Main Lottery Showdown in a commanding way over Bob Randall and Dave Dion after capturing the Forest City Chevrolet 100. We'll be going trackside. Opportunity to hear from the Showdown winner.
Well, not a bad afternoon at the racetrack for Junior Hanley. Wins the main event in 7th of the year, expands the point lead, and Junior, $5,000 richer. This Showdown thing could get addictive, couldn't it?
Well,
we need more of these things. Well, no, like if we had one of these once a month or something, be a really good deal.
Danny got a little high there and opened the door for you. That was it.
Yeah, Danny looked like he pushed up a little bit, and I just got a hole and I got in there. And then, Dave was coming up there, but him and the other guy got together, I think, swimming back there.
Ted Channell presenting the Maine State Lottery.
Thank you, Dave. Junior, I want to congratulate you on behalf of the Maine State Lottery. To win, you've got to get in. This ought to pay for the transportation charges back to Ontario, hadn't it?
Yeah, this will pay for the gas.
Yeah, just about. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? $5,000 for the victory in Showdown 91. Junior Hanley and the Molson X. Your winner here this afternoon. And ladies and gentlemen, that's about going to do it for this afternoon and this evening's Forest City Chevrolet 100 program.
Dave, on behalf of Forest City Chevrolet, we want to thank Beech Ridge Motor Speedway for their help this year. We consider Beech Ridge the premier track in the state of Maine, and we hope we're invited back to sponsorship next year. Thank you all for coming out, and we appreciate the Act Tour. It's a hell of a show. Thank you.